Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So this is another vlog, and it's a pretty unexpected vlog actually, and I am beyond excited to be making this. If you saw my vlog from when I went to see JLS, then you will know what is about to happen. Today I'm going to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Again, only a month after I last saw it. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you will know that I have an unhealthy obsession with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I have seen it many times, and about a month ago, on the 14th of October, I went to London to go to the reopening performances of it because it had to close during the pandemic, and after 19 months it reopened, and they had like a big special event for the reopening, and I was able to go to those performances. We had a speech on stage by the producers, we had a speech during the curtain call and took a photo of the cast, and I got to be interviewed by them, and I've been in several videos on the official Cursed Child on social media since. Like, it was a crazy week. It was amazing, and I got to see all of my Cursed Child friends again as well. What that trip did was it kind of reignited my obsession with Cursed Child. It'd been 28 months before that since I last saw it, and I'd kind of forgotten how much I loved that play, and it reminded me, and now I'm obsessed with it again. The only issue is I'm moving country next year in like 3-4 months. In February, provided all things go to plan, I'm going to be moving to another country where there is not a production of Cursed Child. So I've reignited my love for Cursed Child, but now I have a very limited amount of time to go and see it, because once I move, I will be there for the minimum of a year. I'm actually hoping to stay longer than a year, and I will not be able to come back to England in that time. So who knows when I'll next get to see Cursed Child once I move. Like, you know, I could come back and the London production could have turned into one part, or James Howard could have left. Like, I do not like the odds of that. So of course I now want to see it as many times as I can before I leave. So I saw it last month, and then after that I instantly booked a ticket to see it at the end of January, and that will be my final time seeing it before I move. But I really wanted to see it again in between. The only way I could afford a ticket would be to win the Friday 40. When I was in London to see GLS, I didn't win the Friday 40. However, my friend Lucinda, who you will know from all my Cursed Child vlogs, she won the Friday 40 and was unable to go herself, so she offered me her ticket, and so I took that ticket, and now I'm going to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child for the 8th time, I believe this is. But not only that, it's a Friday 40 ticket, and the ticket that I won is in row BB of the stalls. It is the 2nd row from the front. We didn't get front row, but we got the row behind it, which is pretty much just as good, and I am not prepared. This is the closest I have ever seen it. The closest I have seen it is row I in the stalls, which I saw several years ago now. That was cast change, the first cast change. I sat in row I. I am now 10 rows closer to the front. I've never seen it this close before. I'm actually like not prepared. That is what's happening. Both parts are on the same day. Today is a Friday. I'm traveling up early this morning and then going to part 1, going to part 2, and then I have a hotel booked this evening. It's the same hotel I stayed in after JLS. So this is a solo trip essentially. I'm not going with anyone. I'm not meeting anyone there. However, I do know a few of the people going to Cursed Child today. Some of my friends in the Cursed Child fandom will be at the show today, so I will probably end up seeing them at some point. Currently, don't have anyone to hang out with in between parts, so I'm probably going to be by myself for that, which is actually interesting because this will be the first time I've gone to Cursed Child by myself, because whenever I've seen it, I've either been sat with someone or I've at least had people to hang out with in between parts, and I might not have that today, so I'll just be sat in McDonald's by myself trying not to cry over it. But yeah, that is the plan. Okay, let's go. We're in London. I heard from my hotel while I was on the train and found out I can clock in early, so I'm gonna go straight to my hotel now instead of going straight to the theatre. Okay, checked into the hotel. It's the same hotel I literally stayed in a week ago, which is nice, but it's like half an hour from the theatre, so I'm just gonna quickly drop my stuff here and then head straight over to Theatre Land. I think I'm going to try and go to McDonald's and at least have like some fries or something just to get me through part 1, because I don't know how I'm going to survive the library scene. walking down to the theatre now. It opens in like 5 minutes, but I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go to McDonald's first. I don't actually need that much time in the theatre, so it's fine if I get there like less than an hour. We're here. It's still not sinking in. I'm not ready to be so close, honestly. It's kind of ridiculous how close I'm going to be sat, but it starts in about 45 minutes, so I'm just going to leisurely walk in and chill, and I'll just end up sat in my seat trying to process how close I am for like half an hour probably. I haven't been down in the stalls in so long. Hello, hi. I'm in my seat and I'm already having to hold back tears right now. This is close. This is very close. I can actually see the detail on the suitcases. I've never been able to see the detail on the suitcases. The placement of my seat means that the library scene, the argument in the library scene and Scorpius' monologue is literally going to be right in front of me. Part 2 of the opening performance, I was up there by that railing, and part 1, I was like all the way up there. Wow. It actually looks much smaller from down here. Waiting for it to start, can't process this. I've seen Callum and Bertie, they're up in the grand circle, we waved at each other, that was fun. Now it's just a case of waiting and internally freaking out. I'm not ready for this. The library scene's going to be right in front of me. What else is going to be right in front of me? Oh, I'm going to see Draco running to Scorpius with a hug. Circus ballet, I'm going to be like looking right up. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so cool. Oh, I'm so excited. The Dementors at the end of part 1. I'm going to be above people. I'm going to be close to the ones on the stage. Oh no, that's actually going to be terrifying. The Dementors are going to be up there. Oh, I'm really not ready for this. It is the interval. I haven't cried yet. I'm quite proud of myself. Also right in front of me is Draco during the meetings. He leans against the pillar that is like on the side of the stage right by me. So I have like a perfect view of him during the meetings, and it's so funny. He's so smug. I love him so much. But yeah, the detail that you see when you're sat this close is crazy. Like, you can see every little facial expression that they do, and oh my goodness, I love it so much. The person next to me is driving me crazy though, because she goes on her phone like every 10 minutes, and it's so distracting. And she goes on her phone like even when they're on the stage directly in front of us. Like, the cast are definitely going to be able to see that. It's so disrespectful. Like, I'm so close to saying something. If she does it again during Act 2, I might end up saying something because it's really annoying me. Number one detail that I have noticed sat here is something that I know a lot of my friends have picked up on in recent shows, and it's that when sat on the train, Scorpius is carving into his wand. See, if you have Scorpius's wand, you'll know he has carvings in it, which he does himself. And you actually, like, Luke was actually, like, pretending to make a carving whilst on the train, and that broke me a little bit inside. That's so good. I love Lucas Scorpius. Oh, I also had the realization when the show started that Scorpius getting tortured is also going to be directly in front of me, so I am not looking forward to that. That ending gets me every time. Oh my god. Oh, I don't even know what to think right now. Right. The Dementor at the end was much closer than I was expecting it to be above me. That was terrifying. I am scared. Oh god, that was so good. That was so good. I am losing my mind. Joward nearly made me cry like twice during that one act. I'm like shaking. This is what happened last time I saw it. I didn't cry at all or anything, and was like actually decently okay, and then it just hits me like right at the end of part one. But it's not like last time, because the reopening show, it was like one show a day in the evening, so after part one I could go back to my hotel and, you know, let it all sink in, but I can't because we've got part two tonight. So I'm gonna go find Five Guys, get some food and sit down and try and process everything. This play. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. The theatre should just be opening, so I'm gonna head back there now. So I'm gonna see Katie before the show today. I spent like the whole time in Five Guys talking with Lucinda, and we've worked out like all the moments in part two that are gonna end me, and there's a lot of them. I will not be surviving this part. There's so many moments that are gonna be like directly in front of me, and they're like really angsty as well. Like I'm gonna see Scorpius get tortured in front of me. Draco's monologue is going to be right in front of me. Voldemort is going to walk past me in the aisle. Oh my goodness. Well, this should be fun. We're here. I just remembered also the Lily and James scene at the end. Draco and Scorpius are going to be stood right in front of me as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think I've gotten like the most heartbreaking seats in the theatre. I'm not going to survive this. Gordon is on his Craig now. I don't think that was the case this morning. I'm in my seat for part two. I've just been sat with Katie and sat talking to them for a bit. Now I'm in my seat. I'm not ready. I just keep thinking of moments that are going to be directly in front of me, and part two is just so much angstier than part one. It's ridiculous. I'm excited though. It's going to be good. The lady who was next to me during part one, who kept going on her phone, she never came back for act two. Like, she left as soon as the interval started and never came back. I was glad about, because I did not want to have to deal with her on her phone. Oh yeah, we've got Gordon on as Craig. Like, the cast list for the matinee, like Ronnie was on the cast list to be Craig, but then the show started and Gordon ended up coming on as Craig. So, but now he's like officially on the cast list as Craig. So obviously like something must have happened and Ronnie had to pull out really last minute. I hope he's okay. Other than that, it's still the Myrtle and Polly covers who were on for part one as well. Very exciting. I'm excited. Oh no, Draco pinning Scorpius to the desk. That's going to be right in front of me as well. This scene is ridiculous. Okay, it's the interval. We've had Act 3. James Howard is just out to get me. It's so good. We've still got, what is it? Is it Act 4, Scene 4? Draco's monologue. I just know James is going to end me with that. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for the end fight. Like, the end fight from this close is going to be insane. I'm so excited. Oh, I just love this play so much. It is so good. This play. Right? James Howard, that man. I cried once and it was at the Scorpius and Draco hug, and I fully blame James and Luke for it. Okay, let's go. I don't want to leave, but we're gonna go. I'm going. I'm go out the main way. I got some snow. I was close enough to get some snow. I'm so happy I got snow. Oh my goodness. Oh, I have so many notes I need to make. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's go. My My mind is an absolute mess right now. I didn't cry as much as I needed to, so it's gonna hit me at some point. I just need to process everything. Yeah, I guess I'll just get back to the hotel and try and gather my thoughts. I need to try and remember my notes from Act 4, because I have a lot, and they're mostly about James Howard. I just don't want to leave. I mean, I've already got a ticket booked to come and see it again, but that's probably going to be my last time before I move, and then who knows what's going to happen. Oh, this play. Why does this play have such a hold on me? It's actually ridiculous. Okay, I went to McDonald's on the way back to the hotel because I'm hungry, so I got some chicken nuggets and ice cream because I need to console myself after witnessing that James Howard performance. He broke me. He broke me. Treating myself to ice cream after the emotional day I've had. I love this play a lot. I really do. So like, I don't know how to say my thoughts on the play without just sitting here and giving every single detail. Like, if I want to talk about my specific thoughts on the play today, I would literally have to do another video on it. And I think by the time this goes up, my reopening vlog of Cursed Child will be up. And in that, I ask you guys if you want my play notes as a blog post or a video, or both. So depending on the response that gets, we'll see what I do. You can also let me know in this video how you'd rather find out my show thoughts. So I will definitely do something because I have so many notes and I want to share them. So let me know if you want to know my show thoughts via blog or vlog and I will do that at some point. Thinking about it, I've never actually done like an overall review of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Like, I did a review of the script, but I don't think I've ever done like an overall review. I don't know if I could do an overall review. It would be like a 3-hour long video, I swear. I'm not sure. But I could look into doing a more general review, perhaps. In the Harry Potter fandom, not a lot of people like Cursed Child and they don't consider it canon and stuff. I used to be one of those people. When I first read it, seeing it live changes your whole perspective, and it like, I feel like I could do a video where I kind of do a general review of it, both like the script but like the live, like seeing it live like as a show. I don't like the script, but I love the show. Like, it's so complicated for no reason. As for today, as amazing as expected, some key points I just have to talk about right now. The hug in Godric's Hollow, they did what they did during the reopening where Draco ran to Scorpius, which I've never seen before until the reopening show. Normally it was Scorpius running to Draco, but this time Draco ran to Scorpius. Scorpius kind of like flinched back and Draco was like, oh, we can hug too if you like, and then Scorpius nodded and then they hugged. It was such a long hug, and then when they broke apart they ended up like doing like a forehead touch, like a head touch. James and Luke, oh my goodness, they have such good father-son chemistry. And yeah, that got to me because I think Scorpius and Draco, the Malfoys, are the reason I love Cursed Child so much. It's their like Draco's character development and stuff that I love so much, and so scenes with them, oof, so many things happened. But like, my seat being as close as I was amazing. I could see like expressions so clearly. That was another point. When they watched Lily and James die at the end, I had Draco and Scorpius right in front of me. And James Howard as Draco, he repeatedly said, I love you. He was there like, I love you, I love you, I love you, to Luke, Scorpius, as they were hugging and watching. Like, I could see him mouthing it the entire time. The entire time they were watching Lily and James, he was saying, I love you to Scorpius. And I just, oh, it broke me. I was just sat there like, oh, the audacity of this man. So, you know, I was close enough that I could see things like that. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go because my brain is just gone. Like, it's too much for me to process right now. But it was amazing. I love this play a lot. I love this cast a lot. And my seat was amazing. The view was amazing. Curtain call, I stood up straight away. Like, as soon as the first people came on stage, I stood up. I was one of the first people to stand up. So that was a lot of fun. It was good. Oh, I'm back. What I do need to update you on is today is the 12th of November. I forgot what month it was then. And what was fun about seeing Cursed Child today is actually the day it reopens on Broadway in America. Today they're having their reopening performance the same way that we had the reopening performance a month ago. In fact, the show starts in about 20 minutes in New York. But what's especially interesting about that is the New York production, and I think basically every production outside of London, they are cutting Cursed Child into a one-part show, so it's no longer 2 parts, it's only 1 show. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. But I am very, very curious to find out what it's like and to find out what is cut and what changes there are. And we will be finding out tonight. I know people on Twitter in the fandom who are seeing it tonight and will probably tweet everything. So yeah, that's about to start, and then we're going to find out how they've cut it. And I'm both interested and scared. Like, every time I've seen Cursed Child these past 2 times, I've actually been thinking during the show, would they cut this? Could this be cut? And I think some things that could be cut, I feel like the staircase ballet is going to be cut, which I don't want it to be cut, but I feel like it's going to be cut. Also today I was watching like the nightmare scenes with like little Harry and the Dursleys and Hagrid. I was watching those and was like, I feel like these don't need to be in the show. Like, I feel like they could cut the nightmare scenes. And there's just little bits here and there that you watch it and it's like, yeah, this could be taken out and it would still make sense. But like, how do you turn a 4-act show into 2 acts? Like, too much happens for it to be cut down like that. So I'm really worried. Like, I'm excited, but I'm worried. Like, honestly, so long as they don't touch London, ever. Like, never touch London. Keep London as 2 parts, please. My biggest fear right now is that I'm gonna move to a different country, and when I come back it's gonna be a 1 show in London, and I will be so sad if that happens. Please don't change the London show. I don't think I'm gonna stay up until the end because I am tired. I'll have my tea and then go to bed. We know that Fleur's gonna be in it, which is exciting because you don't see Fleur in this production in London, but apparently they've changed it so you now see Fleur, which is very awesome. I'm curious to find out what it's like. So that's exciting. Good morning, everyone. I didn't just wake up. It's nearing 10 o'clock. I woke up before my alarm. My alarm was set at 9:30, but I woke up at 9. But I'm glad I did. I have been on Twitter and the Broadway show opened last night. And so I woke up to all of the points and things that were changed and everything, and Scorpius is canon. What? Of all the things that I thought they might change or add into it, Scorpius and Albus being gay for each other was not what I expected. All of us in the fandom who are from London or from England who see the London production, we've all just woken up this morning to this news. And we're all just freaking out and reading all the tweets about it, and it's chaotic. Sup, okay. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway. Like most people in the fandom, I was not looking forward to the 1-part version. We fell in love with the Part 2 version. The Part 2 version is the original. It's 2 parts. That's what makes it so special, and so much happens in those 2 parts. And for that to be taken away and for it to be turned into just a 1-part show like most shows are, kind of takes that little something away from it that kind of made Cursed Child stand out from everything else. I don't think any of us were prepared for one of the main changes in the script to be that Scorpius is now canon. So, spoilers for the Broadway version. Anyone who's read the original script will know that Scorpius has a crush on Rose, and there is a lot of heteronormativity in the play. Apparently they have taken most lines about Scorpius and Rose out. He does still have a crush on her in the play. However, Albus now very clearly likes Scorpius as more than a friend. When Delphi is torturing Scorpius and using Scorpius to get to Albus in the original script and in the London show, she refers to it as friendship and that his weakness is friendship, but now she refers to it as love. We talk about Scorpius and Rose much less. He still asks Rose out in Act 4, Scene 14, but in response to that, Albus asks Scorpius if Rose is really who he wants to be building his palace of love with. And then in the last scene, Albus talks to Harry about Scorpius and says he's the most important person in his life and will probably always be the most important person in his life, and based on what people have been saying and the lines that they say in that scene, Albus basically comes out to Harry Potter that he likes Scorpius. They've gotten rid of the heteronormativity and they fully have Scorpius as canon. Like, we found out some things. They didn't cut the staircase ballet. I thought they would cut the staircase ballet because you don't need it for the plot to make sense. So that's still in there. The library scene is still in there. They've cut Scorpius the Unanxious. They've cut the dormitory scene. Suddenly I really want to see this version of it. And there's several changes. There are like a whole bunch of scenes cut, but like it doesn't sound as bad as we thought it was going to be. Wow, like this has been an eventful 2 days. I saw Cursed Child yesterday and now I'm losing my mind over the Broadway version. People from Broadway have been saying that like the one part works. It is a lot, and perhaps if you aren't familiar with the story you might get slightly lost, but like it doesn't sound like everyone hates it, so that's good. I still don't want them to change the London production. The fact that London's the original production, I feel like keeping that as the two-parter is like what they should do. However, if they would like to make the changes that they made on Broadway to Cursed Child in London, like keep London as 2 parts, but change the lines so that Scorpius is canon in the London production as well. Please and thank you. This is the biggest FU to Rowling. Like, she has just been completely separated from the play now. Like, she, I don't think, had like any hand in these changes that they've made, to the fact that they've, you know, completely changed it without her, and they've added in a queer subplot. I'm interested to see if they do change the London one. I'm interested to see what they do. They won't change the London production now until cast change, which will be in October now, which is really odd. Cast change has been in May every year since it opened, but now because it reopened in October, that means cast change is going to be in October now. Obviously I won't be here because I'll be living in another country, so I won't be able to go to cast change, which breaks my heart. James Howard, if he leaves when I'm living in another country, I will not be okay. Hopefully I'll come back to England after living away for however many years and James Howard will still be Draco. I mean, the dude hasn't shown any signs of leaving. This is his 5th year, so... And I don't blame him. Draco must be so much fun to play. I mean, if I was cast in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child in any role, I would simply never leave. Just act in that play for the rest of my life, like, happily. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna chill here for a bit and then head to Waterloo, get lunch, and then go home. I've got my snow. I need to work out how to pack my snow. I have no idea. I'm just gonna have to put it in a pocket and hope for the best. I've managed to get the snow in this pocket. It's like at the bottom here, and then I've got my plug kind of like protecting it so it doesn't fall out, although it's already getting everywhere. Okay, it's 11:20 and I'm gonna go now. I'm leaving much later than planned, but like I've got a lot on my mind right now. Sup, I'm at Waterloo. It's just gone 12. I got here about like 10 to. Got some fries at Burger King that I've just eaten for lunch. I'm still hungry though, but it was expensive, so I don't want to get too much. The trains have been updated. I no longer have to get a replacement bus service. I'm so happy, but it is still one change. I just need to get the train to Southampton and then another train from Southampton to home. It's always Southampton. I can't escape Southampton. Like, I lived there for 3 years and now I've moved out and I'm still having to like get off at the train station there all the time. So I can't escape it. Everyone is still freaking out on Twitter over Cursed Child. It is actually really lovely to see. Like, everyone is so happy about the new production and that makes me very happy. Like, I'm glad it's turned out really well in the end. Okay guys, we made it to the outro. That is the end of this vlog. I hope you guys have all enjoyed. It was, as per usual, an amazing trip to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Seeing it from that close was so cool. It was so cool. I definitely hope to one day put my thoughts at least on a blog post. I have so many play notes from all the times I've seen it and I'd love to put them all somewhere to share with people because this play is so good and every single cast that I see so good, and I want people to be able to hear about them. And you know, it was really special getting to see cast 5 again, and I had the most wonderful time. I didn't get any merch because I already had a program from the reopening and there wasn't anything else that I wanted, but I did get some snow and some badges. I've now put the snow in my cup that I keep all my Cursed Child badges in. Ta-da! I took some more of these badges that they give out at the moment after the show. I have posted badges and snow in the post to people, some of my friends in the fandom who haven't been able to get hold of snow and badges themselves. I sent it in the post to them. That was quite funny, packaging up some pieces of plastic to send in the post. Anyone else, if they saw that letter, would be like, why, what is happening? What is this? But it was a lot of fun, and I do have a lot of spare badges still, so if any of my friends in the fandom need some of the new badges, let me know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. The next vlog to come out is gonna be another Cursed Child one, because a month after this visit, another friend of mine also won the Friday 40 and I was able to have their ticket again, and this time, spoiler alert, it was front row. So as you can imagine, that vlog, it was very, very exciting. I am currently filming this outro in isolation because I ended up catching COVID on that visit to London, but it's fine. I'm alright. It's okay. It's given me time to get a bunch of YouTube videos edited, so it's cool. It's okay. But that will be the next vlog to go up on my channel, seeing Cursed Child from the front row. And I still have 2 more trips planned to go and see it. I'm very determined to see it as much as I can before I move. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!